G'day photographers, Ben from TAFE, hope you're well. Super quick tip about shooting with on-camera flash. I'm not against on-camera flash, I use it sometimes. However, I rarely use on-axis flash, so as in the flash is sitting on the camera and it's pointing straight at what you're photographing. Yeah, never say never, but generally speaking, I like to bounce, and that means articulating the head of the flash in a direction so that it will, punch out its light onto a surface. That light will spread and then it will fall back on your subject like beautiful, beautiful goodness. Or light. Actually, exactly light. It's only light. Aside from the fact that your photos will generally look better when you do this, there's some practical reasons why you might want to keep your flash on camera. So things like weddings, press conferences, or things like that. One of the tough things about working with bounce flash is that you feel like after a while you're always spinning this thing around. No matter, and depending on where your subject is or your location, your left hand is just, sometimes you can forget which way you're pointed. I've done this. I've been shooting away and she's walked up beside me and I've not been aware of that, and I've just dumped like, a full pop of flash right into her face. It's not that good for your marriage. So it's important to try and remember where this is pointed. And this is where this tip comes in. So in this scenario, we're going to pretend we're at a wedding, okay? And we're going to pretend it's the speeches. So you, from the viewpoint of the camera there, you're the matron of honor, you're the chief bridesmaid, you're the father of the bride, and you're giving a speech to the crowd. And I'm the photographer, and I'm trying to set up in a way to photograph you and get nice light. This can be hard because, as you know, if you're photographing the father of the bride and he's on his 3rd or 4th or 15th bevy, 1 minute he's pointing out this way, 1 minute he's pointing out that way, and you're doing this all the time to try and get the light on him, and by the time you dork around with this, chances are you've missed that priceless expression on their face. One way, which I learnt from Ryan Brenizer, that ridiculously talented guy who shoots the swirly panoramas, is he approaches that scenario like this. He sets his flash up like this. And depending on your unit, sometimes you can get it to articulate a little bit behind this angle there. Like this is not going there. I'm not going to force it. He's got his camera set up like this. So when the speaker is pointing, looking out over this way, his flash is ready to fire and bounce up, hit the wall or the ceiling, and waft back down onto the subjects. Now, because the subject or the speaker is looking all over the place, addressing different parts of the audience, when the subject diverts their gaze over towards this way, all he does is rotate the camera this way and shoot vertically. And what that allows is the light to head up there, bounce and come back down onto the subject when they're looking this way. So with just this quick little motion here, he can get nice light on the subject's face when it's pointed this way, and nice light on the subject when it's pointed this way. Obviously, when he's shooting this way, he's only going to get a vertical shot, and when he's shooting this way, he's only going to get a horizontal shot. But, as Mr. Brenizer said, it's kind of better than missing the moment. Just going to leave that tip with you there. Whack your flash into this position, or just a little bit further around if it'll let you. And then instead of spending all your time spinning, just get used to making this motion. So when your talent is looking this way, shoot horizontally, and when your talent's looking that way, shoot vertically. It's not a perfect solution, but it's kind of a practical one. You'd be surprised how often it might save you when you're shooting speeches. All right, photographers, that is another tip in our 12 Days of Christmas series. Hope you thought it was okay. I will see you in the next one.